Okay, I'm ready to flip my shit. I'm so sorry. I'm like 15 minutes late. I'm at that point where like first my tripod isn't working and I'm coming in sideways, and now I'm getting network connection issues. There's not enough. And today is just one of those days. Have you had one of those days where it's like there's really no reason for you to be agitated because like it's a beautiful sunny day. We're here at the beach. We got the beach and the pool and the condo and all of that, and I shouldn't be irritated, but right now I'm about ready to friggin' flip my shit. And I don't know why. I'm just so irritated right now with everyone and everything. Okay, we really need to get this going. So like I had this all planned out and all timed out so that we could eat the grilled watermelon while it was still fresh, and I could show you how I was cooking the watermelon salad, and then we, and I had all the wines lined up and all this, and that's all pretty much gone to hell because I have people banging on my doors wanting to play with my children. I have my kids upstairs in my bedroom with my husband, who I know will be down here any moment, probably naked, and I have no tripod. So I'm shaky camera effect, and I'm in and out of network connectivity. So I'm gonna just start making shit up. So hold on a second. You're gonna look at my ceiling for a minute because I'm like jerry-rigging a tripod right now. Did that work? Oh, yeah, no, didn't work. So apologies for my technical challenges. But this is just how it's gonna be because we're moms and this is how we roll. So I'm drinking right now. Please, someone drink with me. Caroline, lady, how are you? Poo poo, Katie. I've got like beach hair, like full of sand. It's one of those days. So, all right. So we already talked about, if you haven't seen in my post, I included a link to my blog where you can find a post that I had about watermelon. I was doing a little bit of research because for the 4th of July, all the watermelons were like $2 a watermelon right now. And we have all of these watermelons like stockpiled. And we're like, what the heck am I going to do? Okay, 4th of July, there's only 4 of us. We can only eat so much watermelon, right? So tell me a little bit more about watermelon. How do you pick the best watermelon? What is the best season to have watermelon? What do they look like? And here I am going with low network connection again. So I was curious. So I did a little bit of research and I was like, there's got to be other things you can do with watermelon. What am I going to do with all this leftover watermelon, right? I'm just going to drink right now because I have Katie, can you tell me if you can even hear me? Because okay, now I'm back and I'm live. Okay, Caroline lady. Did you guys catch any of that? Oh, hey, Darlene, how are you? Did you catch any of that? Because I went out of network connectivity and it's just been one of those days, Darlene. Like I'm ready to drop some F-bombs. Real F-bombs. I was just telling everybody, like, it was a beautiful day. There was no reason for me to be agitated. I'm just freaking agitated right now. I don't know why. I'm agitated with everyone and everything. So I need some of this. This is Sauvignon Blanc. And I have been chilling it for y'all. And we're going kind of out of order. If you looked at my blog post, you saw that what we're going to be tasting We're going to be tasting regular chilled watermelon, and we're going to be tasting some grilled watermelon, and we're going to be tasting some watermelon salad. So I don't know if you've had any of these. Some of these are going to be newbies for me too. So, but I digress. My kids normally are not in the house when I'm doing this, but they are right now, and they're sitting up watching a movie with my husband up in the bedroom. And you know what that means. Like in 3 seconds, they're going to be down here. They're naked, I'm sure, because we just came from the beach, right? Okay, wait. I know. All right. So Caroline, did I go out of connectivity? Did I go out of connectivity? Hey, rogues. Yeah, you can relate. Like, why am I so angry? Have you ever had one of those? I'm like, is it hormonal? Is it just that I'm tired? Why am I just so angry right now? How can I be angry? It's Friday, there's wine and there's watermelon. Okay, so I'm kind of going out of order. We're going to taste first the Sauvignon Blanc, which has been chilling, with some grilled watermelon. Now, if you didn't see the recipe on my blog post, it's basically you get like triangles of watermelon and you kind of brush some olive oil on it and you put some like, it's a concoction of like lime zest. It's this. It's a concoction of, can you even see this? It's lime zest, like red pepper flakes, the stuff you put on pizza, and sugar, and salt and pepper and stuff. And so you brush some olive oil on your wedges, and then you kind of press this in, and then you grill it 3 minutes on each side till they have these really gorgeous, like grill marks. Can you see the grill marks? See, this is how culinary and fancy I got for you people. Oh, okay. It's telling me that I can't rotate my phone while I'm recording. I didn't mean to rotate my phone. I'm so sorry, Facebook, for rotating my phone. Okay, so I am going to pick up, they say that like you got to kind of cut them in these half-inch strips and don't want to take the rind off of them or they're going to kind of basically fall apart. So you're supposed to be tasting this grilled watermelon. I've never had grilled watermelon before. Have you guys ever had? Buildup of stress. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Caroline, I'm a pisser right now. I'm mean and angry and I'm having grilled watermelon. So here we go. It's not at all what I had expected. It's not soggy or distasteful. It's just, there are other recipes like this where you grill and you put other seasonings on there, like cayenne or not cilantro, what's the other one? Cumin or stuff like that. Maybe it's that I went really light on the red pepper flakes. You know, that's the stuff you put on your pizzas. I went really light on that because I thought, ooh, that might be, yeah, it does look really good, right? The texture's fine, I think, but like this particular mixture was, like I said, it was like lime zest, sugar, and red pepper flakes. And I think I need more red pepper flakes. Doesn't that sound weird? But you know, in some countries, they actually put salt on their watermelon because that's supposed to help. Salt naturally brings out the flavor and everything. I'm going to use a little bit of seasoned salt because I feel like it's just too sweet for me. You know, I feel like it needs something. It's just because there's sugar on top of like an already sugary watermelon. Hey, Brian. Okay, so I just sprinkle a little bit of seasoned salt on here. I think it's much better. So, word to the wise, if you do go for this particular grilled recipe that I have on my blog, I would go light on the sugar and heavier on the red pepper flakes, right? And I would add, Caroline, it's supposed to be really salt on melon. I know, that's why like the Italians, they eat like prosciutto wrapped in their like cantaloupe and stuff. You know, it makes perfect sense. But like, I think this particular recipe where it was so heavily sugared, it needs more salt. So I suggest going like, you know, when they say, oh, you know, like a teaspoon or whatever of red pepper flakes, and you're thinking, ooh, that's gonna be kind of spicy. I kind of go, yeah, that's, don't skimp on it. And even the lime zest, ooh, you know what, that's another thing. They also kind of suggested that I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place because I don't have a tripod. They also suggest that you want to maybe squeeze some lime juice on there. So let's try that. I'm trying to do this with one hand, people. You know, I admire those women who like can diaper a child like with one hand. I'm just lucky that I could diaper a child at all. Okay, so I'm squeezing some lime juice directly onto the watermelon to see if this makes a difference. But like when you grill watermelon, it only takes like 3 minutes aside. It goes really fast, but you can't really, it's not something you can make ahead. Like you need to eat it right away. And that's why I was getting so pissy when my video wasn't working, because I'm like, oh no, it's not gonna taste the same. Much better with the lime juice. Okay, and the Sauvignon Blanc does pair nicely. But I will say, when you grill it, eat it immediately. Go heavier on the salties, because I think the sweet is just too much. That's just my personal opinion. Would I make it again? Yes, but I would make it saltier. Maybe I'm just in a salty mood, because I'm just cranky pants today. I know. Honeydew, cantaloupe melon, any kind of those melons. But you know, they get pricey. They get pricey at certain times of the year. And then for a while, there was that whole thing with like salmonella when you buy the ones that were like pre-cut. Remember, that was pretty recent. That was like within the last couple of weeks. You know, I can taste the olive oil on here too. Oh, criminally. Did your parents ever say that? Like my parents wouldn't say, you know, oh Christ or Jesus Christ. They would say, criminally. What kind of things did your parents used to say where you're like, you now think to yourself, really? Like, what the heck does that mean? Criminally. That was something that my dad used to say, oh, criminally. And my mom used to say, and she still does. And I'm like, where did you get this? And this just sounds horrible. Like normally, like when you have a kid or whatever and your kid's sick and you say, oh, my kid was throwing up all over the place. Or my kid was vomiting. My mom used to say, oh, my kid was upchucking. Oh, she upchucked. Upchucked. Really? Like, how does that sound any less disgusting than vomiting or puking? How? So yeah, so now to this day, I'm like, Mom, please don't say upchuck. That's so disgusting, right? But that was her thing. So, okay. Liked the Sauvignon Blanc. Liked the grilled watermelon, but you got to eat it pretty immediately. Okay, so Katie, Brian, Caroline, what did your parents say that you were like, where did you learn that? And why do you say that? Like crazy things that your parents would say. I don't know. I'm sure there's a million other like neuroticisms that my parents used to say, but right now, crime in Italy and upchucking are the only two that are coming to mind. Okay, people. The ugly is starting to wear off. That's what the Southerners say. The Southerners say, like, when you're like nasty and you're mean, they say, oh, you're being ugly. Like if your kid's being like a brat and screaming and stuff, and they're like hitting people at the Chick-fil-A, you go, hey, don't be ugly. Don't be ugly. I'm trying to shake the ugly off, people. Shake the ugly off. This isn't me. All right, going to get it. It's just been, yes, I don't know. And like I said, I don't know if it's hormonal. Like, do you get like this? And now, Caroline, I know you said it's a buildup of stuff, but like, what is building up? I shouldn't, in theory, not be stressed because here I am at the beach with my husband, with my kids. I know. What is it? Glorioski. I don't know what Glorioski is. Am I saying it wrong? What am I saying? Did I miss it? Oh, Glorioski. Is that something that you used to say? I'll tell you what. Hey, Ashley. Ashley, I'm in a cranky pants mood. It's one of those days where like nothing really horrible has happened, but like every little thing annoys me right now. You know, have you had one? Like I'm in the midst of one right now. I know. So cranky pants right now. But okay, but watermelon's going to make it all better. So we're going to move on. I would suggest that you try the grilled watermelon at home. It's so easy. You just chop it and you put some seasonings on it, throw it on the grill to 2-3 minutes aside. Naked kids. I know. Naked kids. And random people banging on my door right now wanting to play with naked kids. And husband who is so laid back that he doesn't care if they set themselves on fire. Okay. So, moving on to number 2. So, you know, one of the recipes I read about this grilled watermelon said to kind of brush it with olive oil first. And I don't know, I kind of almost feel like that's a little bit overpowering. So, and I don't really think, because of the water content of the watermelon triangles, I can't imagine that would really stick to your grill. So, I suggest that you skip the brushing of the olive oil and you just do the seasonings and you press it in. You know what, there was an article in like Good Housekeeping magazine. I know, am I that old that I read Good Housekeeping magazine? My mom like sent me a subscription to Good Housekeeping magazine. And in it this last, I don't know, July or whatever, it had like you could have this party with watermelon and all these different seasoned salts that you could put on your watermelon. It's kind of like a watermelon bar, right? So you have your watermelon chunks, right? And then you have the different bowls of all the seasonings that you can try on your watermelon. I thought that was kind of cool, right? So I'll have to like put a link to that in here in case you want to try different flavor combinations, right? Yesterday, road rage, and you ripped my husband apart last night. I know, I feel so bad. Like, I'm mean. Like, I am just mean right now. I'm ugly. As the Southerners say, I'm ugly. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, Taylor Swift. Shake it off, shake it off. All right, we're moving away from the grilled watermelon, which needs to be saltier and limed. And the Sauvignon Blanc was a good pairing for it, though. But I still think it needs, I think it was too sweet with the sugar, so if you go for this, go saltier. Okay, now we're going to move on to, I don't even know what we're moving on to. We are moving on to just whatever Mom's got in the kitchen. Yes, we are going to move on to a rosé screw top because, you know what, that's what they had at the Walmart. We're going to have some rosé, and we're going to mix it with, well, I'm not going to mix it. We're going to taste it with just your simple. Tell me how your weeks are. How's your week been? How's your Friday? Has it been a fabulous Friday? It can't be that bad, right? Because it's just weird. It was a weird week, wasn't it? Because we had 4th of July, like smack dab in the middle on a Wednesday. And so some of us maybe had Tuesday, Wednesday off, and some of us had Wednesday, Thursday off, and some of us had just Wednesday off. And some of us just took the whole, do you hear that? Those are the kids coming right back. They were just knocking 5 minutes ago. If I didn't answer 5 minutes ago, why am I going to answer now? I love them because they're awesome, and we love that they play with my son while we're at the beach. But right now it's just really bad timing. Okay, so watermelon, plain old watermelon with rosé. Like everything I read was like, you need to have watermelon with rosé. Now my dog is crying. Like, do you feel like, do you have those days where you feel like everyone needs something from you? Every breathing thing needs something. They keep knocking. Needs something from you. That's my day. Okay. Kind of like the rosé in the. I think at some point they're just gonna come in. They're not even gonna like knock anymore. They're just gonna walk right in. They keep knocking. They keep knocking. think I like the rosé. This is a really good pairing, people. Like, this is gonna be the thumbnail for the video. Thumbnail for the video. Watermelon, rosé. It's like the louder you knock, it's not gonna make any difference. I don't even have a plate. I'm eating over a sink. But I am classy enough to be drinking out of a glass and not straight out of the bottle right now. So, 4th of July was weird, right? Because it was right in the middle of the week. What did you guys do for the 4th of July? We're in a military zone. We've got a lot of bases around us, so like everyone's very patriotic and everyone flies their flags. And everybody like celebrates, and everyone has someone in their family that's in the military, whether they're active or veteran or whatever. So it's a really big day for everybody out here. And I will tell you, our beach was packed. Oh, here we go again with a low network connection. Is anybody out there? So now I keep seeing this low network connection thing. I'm just gonna keep talking and hope. I don't know why the last 2 weeks I've had really poor network connectivity. It might be because there's so many people in our condominium complex that they're tearing up all my bandwidth. There is no ladylike way to eat watermelon. There is no ladylike way to eat watermelon. I'm sorry, I may have lost you for a few seconds. Please stick with me. I was just saying that I think that the reason why my bandwidth issues are so bad is because there's so many people here because it's the 4th of July week. I have a lot of renters in our condominium complex. I think they're just chewing up all my bandwidth. So there really is no. Do you remember like when we didn't have seedless watermelon? Like growing up, we didn't have seedless watermelon. We had seeded, and we had to spit the seeds out, right? And we'd have seed spitting contests and stuff. Our kids don't know that now. Who buys seeded watermelons anymore? Do they really taste any different? I'll tell you what I did learn about watermelons. That there are male and female watermelons. Did you know that? The male ones are the long, like oblong oval shaped ones, and females are the round ones. Does that surprise you in any way? The round ones, the female ones, are supposed to be the sweeter ones, and the long, like oblong oval male ones are supposed to be more watery. Not juicy, but watery. So, believe it or not, bigger is not always better. Go for like the smaller, rounder ones. There's also some other tips in my blog as to how to pick out the best watermelon. At this point, I don't care. If it comes with wine, I'll buy 10 of them. I keep reaching for that. It's a juicy, you need it, yeah. Like, you know how when you go out to Italian restaurants or cracking open a lobster, you know, on a Tuesday night as a mom, cracking open her lobster, they give me those bibs. I'm gonna need to have a bib for the watermelon. I'm telling you what. So, yeah, this week was a crazy week. And like on the beach, we were on the beach and it was nuts because there were like 1,000 tents and like a ton of people, like to an uncomfortable degree. But it was patriotic and it was sweet, and we had the fireworks and it was really nice and all of that. Well, I saw the fireworks from my patio because I almost slept through them because I'm that old. Our fireworks went off at 9 o'clock at night. Now that's long. You know what's sad? Like I'm taking a leave, people. A leave for like muscle tension, pulled muscles, and soreness. Like I have some sore neck issues because I was doing some core work with some sit-ups. Now my neck hurts. Thank you, Peach. By the way. But yeah, like, so I've been taking a leave to like, what am I, 100? I'm taking a leave. Naproxen. And what else? I'm like putting ice packs on my neck like a little old lady. I am. It's sad. It's sad. And I put like 6,000 different lotions on this face. Why? It's not like I wear makeup or anything like that. And I wear big brimmed hats when I go out to the beach. What's next? A tankini? Probably. I don't even know who's on with me anymore, but we're going to move on. So far, you know how I feel about the grilled. Now we're on to, we passed the rosé and the just regular chilled, just cut watermelon. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the salad. Now this is another one of those things where you really can only make, you have to eat it like right after you make it. Yesterday you told me about the road rage. What did your husband, like, did he forgive you? Did your husband forgive you, Caroline? Because I feel like my husband probably shouldn't forgive me because I'm angry at him just for like no reason. I'm angry at my kids for no reason. I'm angry at myself for no reason. I'm angry at air for no reason today. Okay, so we've had the grilled with the Sauvignon Blanc. It was good. We've had the regular, right out of the fridge, watermelon with rosé. I preferred that. Now we're going to move on to a Merlot with this sassy salad. Now, I had this for the first time like a couple of years ago. One of my friends was like, I know this sounds really bizarre, but you need to try it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. And I tried it, and it is seriously one of the most delicious salads ever. It's literally just watermelon, like mint, feta cheese, and like a vinaigrette dressing on it and some onions, right? But some other chefs also recommend putting in like Kalamata olives. I get it because it's like that balance of the really sweet melon with kind of like salty, cheesy, olivey thing, and then you got the balance of that fresh green mint. But like I can get it because like the cheese I am hoping that like feta cheese is going to pair well with the red. But I can also see this going really good with a white, maybe a Chardonnay, something oaky, something with a little weight. Here I am talking like I'm like a sommelier. I wish I was a sommelier. That's such a cool job. Like, all those people like, oh, I wish I was a dolphin trainer. Or, oh, I wish I was, Tinkerbell flying around Disney World. I'm like, I wish I was a sommelier. I wish I was talented enough to be a sommelier. That's a rough job. It's hard. You really have to be really talented. And forget about being talented. You just need to be born with it, because it's like your taste buds and your olfactory, like your nose, you have to be born with that genetic skill. So it's not something you can learn necessarily. So we're going to move on to Merlot with this salad recipe. So I'm going to pour myself some Merlot. Like, seriously, you should see like my stock. Look at my stock. Okay. So like I don't drink full bottles. Can you see these bottles? Like, yeah. Can you see them? I don't drink full bottles. I just kind of just keep opening bottles one after the other. And like, I'll have a glass of this today, and I don't feel like a Merlot today. I feel like a Cabernet today, or I feel like a sparkling today, or so I keep opening all these different bottles of wine, and it's hard to finish one. And especially some of these, the whites need to be refrigerated. Anyways, okay, so we're pouring the Merlot. Merlot. How low can you go, Merlot? Okay. Nice, rich Merlot, which is going to mix with this salad that I have a recipe for. And again, I was like, are you kidding me? This sounds kind of gross. It's literally, and I pre-prepped it because it's another one of those where you can't like make it ahead, because you need to eat it pretty much immediately. And it will not save well. So I did not make a big batch. It's like a bunch of watermelon cubes, right? And then it's, get this. Then it's like chopped red onions and some minced chopped mint, right? We're just going to dump it all in the bowl, right? And then on top of that, you put, I'm using my hands, people. That's what the best chefs do. Best chefs. I'm going to put in like a bunch of feta cheese. Feta's that like salty Greek cheese that's going to go into this watermelon with the onions and the mint. Okay, I'm starting to feel better now. Everything's starting to feel a little bit numb, people. And maybe that's just when I need to stop being so dang ugly. And then on top of that, we kind of put this like vinaigrette. And again, it's like, so you have to eat this pretty much immediately, because like or like the watermelon will disintegrate after a number of hours, right? And become mushy and gross. Of like, someone was calling me right now. Sorry. Don't you know what time it is? I'm busy. So this is vinaigrette of like lime juice and olive oil and salt and a bit of pepper. And some people even put balsamic. And I put a little bit of balsamic in there. I'm just tossing it right on there, throwing it on there, and then, you know what? I don't think I even have a spoon. I'm just going to use my hands at this point. Because you know what? It's hard when you've got watermelon. You don't want to like, you don't want to bruise the watermelon and then all of a sudden have all of this mushy, you don't want to like break the watermelon, if you will. So I'm just kind of mixing it with my hands right now. I'm telling you, people, it is so good. If you haven't had it, you need it. You need some more of this in your life. But again, it will get watery and it will get logged if you don't eat it like right away. So washing the old hands, and now we're gonna drink this with some Merlot. So, okay, what was the most challenging thing that you went through this week? You think? What do you think was the most challenging thing that you went through this week? Okay, and here's the thing. Like this makes like this is like a quarter recipe of the one that I had on my blog. I'm just gonna eat it right out of here like it's a bucket. I don't know, what was the most challenging part of my week? There's something about that salted cheese with the watermelon and the refreshing mint. Oh my gosh. I haven't even had a sip of the Merlot yet, and I'm already in heaven. Okay. I can't even really think about what the most challenging part of my week was, but I will tell you this. I've been really feeling for people that have summer birthdays. Does anybody have a summer birthday? Do any of your kids have a summer birthday? So one of Enzo's friends from school, beautiful little girl. It's her birthday. She's turning 6 or 7 probably. And she's invited everybody over to her house for her birthday party like this weekend, and we can't make it because we're going to be out of town. So we sent her a cute little birthday present. It was like nothing big. It was like a $10 or $15 little birthday present. Sorry we can't be there, but we want you to know that we're thinking about you on your birthday. And today I see the mother like putting a post on Facebook saying, okay, just reminding you that her birthday is this weekend, and I've only heard back from 3 of you in her class. And she's got like 20 people in her class. Yep. The salad with the Merlot, definitely my favorite. I think it will even go good with the Cabernet Sauvignon. Definitely my favorite. Maybe it's just because I'm feeling really salty right now. But yeah. Well, I remember growing up, like when one of my friends, she had a summer birthday, and she would have her birthday parties like, she didn't have a pool. Her like grandparents had a house with like a pier and a diving board on like a lake or a pond. And it was like their private pond. And we would go out there and we would have a swimming party. And it was like the bomb. It was like the best party in the whole year. It's not like the parents did anything. They literally just had us jumping in and out of the swimming pool. And it was awesome. And like everybody went to her party. But now I think like right now, oh gosh, it's gotta suck if you've got to have a summer party because so many people are out of town in the summer, you know, and then, you know, on the weekends people go away. And so I don't know, I can't imagine having a, but then again, then there's those that have the winter birthdays where it's like, what the heck am I gonna do? It's snowing and cold as crap outside. So I have to have these indoor parties where mom comes up with all of these awesome games and ways to entertain you when you're indoors. So I think it's like the best case scenario is to have a like fall birthday where it's still warm and you can still play outside, like a spring birthday where it's still warm and you can play outside and you're still in school. But if it's winter and it's snowy and it's crappy, or it's summer and everybody's traveling, you're screwed, right? Totally screwed. So I'm still not being very dainty about any of this. So my daughter is the hoot. She'll be like at the pool, she'll be out at the beach running around, and I'll have people stop me like 2 or 3 days later. She's like, oh, your daughter's so adorable. And then they see her, she'll be at the pool, and all of a sudden she will let out the biggest burp you've ever heard. I mean, like bigger than her brother, like full on belly belt. Bleh. I'm like, that was super sassy, like a princess. Very dainty, Zana, very dainty. Well, guess she's kind of like her mom. Oh, I think I could eat this entire watermelon salad for dinner. I'll tell you, if you look at the nutrition, I put your nutritional information in there because watermelon has some amazing like healing properties. I'm gonna go check it out. People always say, oh, it's kind of like sugar water. Well, to some extent, yes, but it's really nutrient dense and very low calorie and very low sugar, given, you know, the sweetness. So it's like a super good, like they talk about, like there's some research that says they can help, not cure cancer, but help with cancer stuff. I don't know all the logistics because I'm like a cancer idiot, but like, and even diabetes and stuff. But again, with anything, you got to eat in moderation because watermelon is super high in vitamin C and lycopene. Remember how for a while there was this huge big campaign about how tomatoes are full of lycopene? So like Heinz Ketchup was trying to sell themselves saying, hey, we're ketchup, we've got tomatoes, so we've got lycopene, so we're super healthy. Forget the fact that we're full of sugar. But yes, watermelon is full of vitamin C and full of lycopene. So for those that have like high levels of potassium, like some of those people that are like diabetic, severe diabetic, or maybe have heart issues, potassium is in their system at very high levels, so you can't really eat a whole lot of watermelon. But also with vitamin C, if you have too much vitamin C, you know what happens? You have kind of some little stomach distress, little crampy distresses, and you can have diarrhea, right? But outside of that, there really is no downside. I mean, it has electrolytes, it hydrates, it's cooling, it's soothing, it's cheap in the summer. I will tell you, pardon me, there's this awesome place in our town. Well, it's a chain. It's called Cookout. And you don't even go in. You can't. It's the fast food restaurant, but you can't even like sit down in it. It's like a drive-through or a walk-up window. And they have their hot dogs and hamburgers and chicken baskets and all that kind of stuff. But they boast that they've got like, I don't know, 600 different flavors of milkshakes. And they like spin their own like milkshake and then they make them all fresh for you. All these different flavors. It's so awesome. But like come July/August, they have watermelon milkshakes. I know that sounds bizarro, but it is seriously my favorite milkshake on the planet. And it's just like they're like vanilla based ice cream, right? And they blend a little bit of watermelon juice in with it and then some chunks of watermelon. And it's so refreshing and you feel like, oh, this isn't a heavy peanut butter chocolate caramel cluster turtle bomb, right? So like you don't feel so guilty for eating it. Probably should, but it's so refreshing and cooling, and people are like, oh, I don't know if I could eat a watermelon shake. You could. You totally could. Okay, here's what you're saying, Katie. Pros and cons. We have 2 summer birthdays, one fall, one July 5th. I know. Katie, I know you just went through a birthday, but it sounds like, whoa. But now, Katie, your kids are getting older, and so birthdays aren't really that big of a deal. I mean, for them, they're just like, okay, give me some money, and I'll go buy something online, or I'll buy something from a store, or maybe I'll just go out with some of my friends, or have a couple friends sleep over. But like when you're little, like when you're like 5 or 6, like the birthday parties are the big thing. And you kind of feel like, why don't any of my friends want to come? And you don't get, but it's not that they don't want to come. It's just summer. It's just hard. It might not be for certain places in the United States, but definitely where I'm from, in eastern North Carolina, where everyone in our town, literally, there's 2 kinds of people. There's river people and there's beach people. And they all, come summer, they leave. Everybody leaves like exodus, like locusts. We all leave, and we all go to the beach, and we all go to the river. And we don't come back until fall. So it's like a freaking ghost town. So if you don't have a beach place or you don't have a river place, you're stuck in Greenville with like 3 other people. And so it's really hard to get anybody to come to your parties. I know. Water parks. Water parks are the best. But have you guys been watching? I think I've been hypersensitive to water safety because this like last 4th of July, I keep seeing all these broadcasts on the news about water safety in the oceans, water safety in the swimming pools and all that kind of stuff. And how easy it is for children to drown and people like just not know it. They're right under their noses, right? So when they talk about like on our oceans, I'm looking out at our ocean right now, I'm thinking, oh, the undertows are so strong and the rip currents, they can get you, and you have to really have a vigilant with your children because they panic. And their first instinct is to try to swim with, but you need to kind of swim out of it. You swim across it. And as a parent, as you're standing on the shore, you really can't tell if they're in a rip current. And you just kind of really have to be like, do they look like they're in distress? I can't really tell if they're in distress. And then like, do you go out into the rip current to try to help them? No, that's counter, and then you're like, the lifeguards are like 1,000 miles down the beach, right? Same thing in swimming pools. I just saw this thing on like, 2020 where they had these trained lifeguard specialists who were trained to kind of fake drowning so that they could educate people about what a drowning person looks like, right? And so they had the pool, and they had the parents, and they had these like planted drowners or whatever that are in there. And the parents weren't drinking. They weren't like super occupied with barbecuing or playing games or drinking or like distracted. And they couldn't tell, but within like 30 minutes, 3 of the actors like officially drowned. And they had no idea. The parents had no idea. They had no idea. They didn't recognize any of the signs that these people were in any kind of distress. So like, it's really eye-opening to me, right? And then there's like, I've seen like a couple of cases where like, I think we had one here locally recently that they had a situation. I need to do more research on it, but it's like your kid may have a little bit of a stumble in the ocean or a little bit of stumble at the pool where they kind of ingested a bit of fluids and they just kind of cough. And you know how sometimes you get water up they see water in your nose or whatever, and you kind of get that burning up in your nose because you get water in your passages or whatever, and they're fine. They play throughout the rest of the day, and then they go to sleep, and then in the morning they're dead because whatever that residual water went into their lungs and killed them as they slept. Scary, right? And so, like, you really need to respect the water. Here I'm getting way too, like, philosophical for a Friday night with watermelon and wine. But I, like, want to, and they have all this sorts of, like, these alarms that you can put on your swimming pools so that, because parents don't necessarily know when their little ones go jump into the pool, you know? And how do they know if their kid's in the pool? Well, you can have, like, a motion detector on your pool so that they know when someone's entered the pool and an alarm goes off and it's pretty loud. So there's all sorts of new, like, and fences, all sorts of new contraptions and stuff that we can use to be more diligent about water safety with our children, because it is super fun to be in the water, isn't it? Or, like, I hear these horror stories about these, like, little babies that are, like, watching daddy wash the car, and then you find out that that baby, like, got into a bucket and drowned herself in a bucket. Like, I know, like, serious? I know. I don't want to go there. Let's not go there. Let's go to watermelon. Watermelon, happy place. What's your favorite thing? No, you know what? There is a festival nearby me in the next door town, Winterville, where they actually have a watermelon festival every year. Super fun. They bring in all these watermelons. Free watermelon for everybody. Kids love it. Carnival rides, games, music, entertainment. Super fun. I don't know when that is. We may have missed it. Okay, I'm looking at my watch. Looks like I have about 5 minutes left. I'm so sorry for being so late. All my crazy technical difficulties. But I will say, of the 30 things that we tasted this evening, this is how I would rank it. Now, that doesn't mean it's the best, but this is how I would rank it. I would rank the watermelon salad with the Merlot, number 1. I would rank the plain Jane chilled watermelon with the rosé, number 2. And I would rank the grilled watermelon with a Sauvignon Blanc, number 3. And it may be better if you go saltier on that one. Or it may be better if you eat it closer to its grill time. Because remember, I had technical difficulties and I was delayed and I ended up having to eat that a little bit later. So I just want to, in closing, say that happy July 4th. I thank anyone that is on that has served. And God bless America. I'm so blessed to be a part of this country. And I love all, you know, my all American neighbors, but I do also love all my international neighbors. And if you all are feeling like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna throw together for dinner? Oh my gosh, I feel like a mom fail. I'm serving peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and cereal for dinner again. You wanna see what I'm serving for dinner? I literally went to the grocery store and bought these, like, pre-seasoned chicken leg quarters. I said to my husband, all you need to do is grill them. Don't need to season them, don't need to marinate them. You just need to throw them on the grill and grill them. Next to the watermelon that you're gonna grill, right? You wanna see how it turned out? This is what I'm gonna be serving my children in about 2.2 seconds. Ready? Can you see this? I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah. That's black burned chicken. That's not Cajun. That's not jerk chicken. That's just charred, sad chicken. My husband was saying, I grilled it on low heat. Does this look like low heat to you? No, not low heat, not low heat. No, not low heat. Well, thank you all for joining me for Watermelon Madness. I hope that you will be able to use some of the things that I talked about today, or maybe in my blog or whatever, my posts, to help you get rid of all that leftover watermelon. Because you know we've got it. We've got it, like, in droves. Like, we think we need all of this watermelon, and then 4th of July ends, and you're like, holy crap, what am I going to do with all this watermelon? And I've already cut it. So once you cut it, you got to put it in the fridge. And it just takes up a ton of real estate. Well, now you got some ideas on what you can do. I say, can you see this? Go for the watermelon salad with the Merlot. That's my favorite of all of these. All right, ladies, thank you for putting up with my ugly and my crazy and my angry. And I'm thinking I'm feeling a little bit better now that I'm into a few sips. Sips make the world better place. All right, well, thank you again for joining. I'm sure I'll be doing some kind of Facebook Live again later on this week. If you have a topic you want me to discuss, I can do that. Just give me some ideas. Also, I will for sure be drinking again next Friday night. Don't know what I'm going to be pairing. It might be ice cream because it is ice cream month, National Ice Cream Month, or it could be beef jerky for all I know, or Sloppy Joes, or jelly beans. Throw me a challenge. Throw me a challenge as to what you think I should pair next with wine. Or maybe you don't want wine. Maybe you want to have a beer, or maybe you want to have a cocktail. Like, I'm thinking, I love wine. And the reason why I love wine so much is because it's very tasty. It does the job. It can be cheap. And it's just easy. Like, you just pop the bottle and you pour it in, right? There's no mixing. There's no shaking in a shaker. But if there's a cocktail that you really like I was thinking today, like, I could really go for a Moscow Mule, or maybe a margarita, right? So if there's a cocktail you want me to pair something with, or if there's a beer you want me to pair something with, or if there's something you want me to pair with a wine, let me know. Throw me a challenge. I'm up for it. Because, I'm here for you. And even when I'm ugly. Thank you guys for sticking with me through all my challenges today. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. God bless America. Happy 4th of July weekend. And we will talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Love you much. Bye, guys.